Hey, Facebook fam, it's Agnes Kowalski, host of ManifestationTV.com, wealth therapist. Here are my top 5 reasons why coaches need wealth therapy. Number 1, you cannot really deeply attract when you are not deeply attracted to yourself. You're pulling from a limited container. Okay. If you're not feeling loving about yourself, about your body, about your relationships, about your money, about your business, about your clients, if you're not feeling loving about yourself, and this is like such a cliche, right? If you don't love yourself, other people won't love you. But it's the emotional truth of the matter that you have to connect to that emotionally, not just surface level. Oh yeah, I love myself. I take care of myself. I go get manis petties. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about paying emotional attention to yourself, giving your feelings a chance to get felt, which in our fast-paced entrepreneur online life doesn't always happen. And then you're pulling for your clients from a really empty well. Okay. And it doesn't serve you because it doesn't create attraction. Number 2, bottling up your feelings is blocking your income. Why is that? Because it's like I use the analogy of a soda bottle. Okay. So it's like got so much pressure because you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and you might even not even consciously be pushing things down. You might subconsciously or unconsciously be pushing feelings down. But if you're not experiencing the gamut of emotions, like fully expressing your anger, fully expressing sadness or grief, fully expressing celebration, joy, delight, like if you're not fully having that range of feelings, then you're putting pressure on top, and it's building and building. Okay. And there's no room for anything else to come in. When you pop it open, it just explodes. Right. And often when that happens, it can be, where you get sick, where you lose a bunch of clients, where you have a really bad month because you haven't made room to receive. You've just been piling and piling and piling, like I said, unconsciously. So you deal with a lot of emotional stuff as an entrepreneur, and you should be like purging, moving through that, processing it, and allowing it to bring you more money. Number 3, it can be really hard to feel your feelings as an entrepreneur, as a coach, because you are like a model. You're a leader. You're someone who's supposed to have it all together all the time. And you're human. Like, you can't always do that. You need a safe place to go to feel stuff. And you might say, I don't feel anything. I'm good. It's just the money's not coming in. Well, you're not looking deep enough into your feelings because you have resistance to do so. Maybe it wasn't safe to feel your feelings in your house, where you grew up. Maybe you're afraid that if you dip your toe into the feelings that you're going to be like drowning in grief or drowning in sadness or like depressed. But you need to go there with a guide because you're using a lot of your energy to stay contained rather than being authentic, to where you are right now, which is only going to serve your clients and it's only going to serve your ability to make more money. So you can buy into all this superhuman pressure of like being the superwoman, super coach that has it all figured out. And nobody does, Are those 6-figure women, do they all have coaches and therapists and stuff? A lot of them do. And you can say, oh, well, I've worked through that stuff and I had a therapist back then and I don't need one anymore. But look at what the recurring blocks are. And if you haven't, moved through them and you're still stuck at a certain income level, it means you're avoiding stuff. So start looking at it. And people can see that, right? Like, that's reason, number 5 is like people can see your subconscious energy. If you're not happy with yourself, if your emotional life, if your relationship life is a hot mess, you might be amazing at business and amazing at what you do, but if your emotional stuff, your relationship stuff, your self-worth stuff is not like feeling good, people can see that. You can't hide from it. Someone who's like can energetically can read that on you in an instant. So you're not fooling anybody. And when not all of you is on the same page, like when not all of you is feeling positive and feeling really good, then you are slowing down the momentum of manifestation, and you could be halting it altogether. You could be saying, I got it, I got it, I got it to the universe because you're afraid to go inward. And that's actually a really good sign that there's a lot of money sitting there waiting for you when you release that stuff. There's self-acceptance, there's self-love waiting for you. And when you assign that to like an outcome that has money attached to it, you can really manifest amazing, beautiful things. So those are my top 5 reasons why coaches need therapy. And if you're one of those coaches, post in the comments if you relate, if you have a therapist. Share far and wide. Love to you guys. See you soon. Mwah.